Alright, so it's been about 1 hour of Zeah so far, well, rune crafting. Basically, you need to get up to 100% favor to do blood and soul rune crafting, which took a little less than an hour doing the library book finding activity that they had, which was actually pretty cool. A few of my friends are going to test it out with me, and we're going to see if it's actually better XP per hour to do that, because you can continue collecting books after you've reached 100%. And it's basically a genie lamp for rune crafting, and then I think it's like 2.5 times XP for magic. So not really worth putting it into magic, but as far as rune crafting goes, definitely very useful there. So pretty much soul runes are about 50k XP per hour. This is really AFK. The rate that you mine the essence is pretty much cannonball speed, so it's very, very, very AFK. You mine an inventory of essence. Sorry about that. And then you take it to the Dark Altar, which is just a bit northwest of here. You can take an agility shortcut. All the agility shortcuts require 85 agility, which luckily I'm 85, which was very nice. I was afraid that it was going to be like 90 plus or some other stupid thing, but 85, pretty high requirement, but it's not too difficult to achieve. Plus, if you're 90 rune crafting and you're not that high of agility, there's probably a bit of something wrong there. But anyways, so basically, you take these essence, and I'm about to mine my last one, so I'll take you guys with me on the trip. This is the second inventory. You do two inventories. The first inventory you fill up completely, and then you take it to this Dark Altar, which we're heading to. So you climb up this agility shortcut if you're 85 agility. If you're not, you have to go all the way around, up and through here. You run west, and don't mind the prayer points. When you have prayer points, it will drain your prayer, but if you don't have prayer points, it doesn't matter. So I don't know why it drains your prayer in the first place. You click on the Dark Altar, and it converts them into Dark Essence. You get a very small amount of rune crafting XP. Since this is my second inventory, I start running a bit north and then start heading east. And you use a chisel on these essence to turn them into these shards. Now, these Dark Essence fragments, they can stack up to 108, which is basically just 28 of these Dark Essence blocks stacked, crushed. So it's 28 Dark Essence blocks crushed. And the reason why you do two inventories is because you need to use a stamina sip here, otherwise you're going to run out of run energy, and that's really annoying. So the meta that I'm doing is 2 stamina potions, Glory for banking, Slayer ring for getting back to a fairy ring, and there's a fairy ring that you can unlock for 80,000 coins. So here's a nice XP drop. It's like 3.3k, and then you quickly crush these, use these on there, and you get 2.48k. And then you just run all the way back. And there's another agility shortcut that's only one way. The Blood Altar has an agility shortcut as well that's one way. And my friend DVS is doing Bloods, and he says that he's getting around 35 to 40k XP per hour doing Bloods. So the agility shortcut for Souls is right over here. It's on the way through, but it's a one way, like I said. You go to the top here, jump down this, and then you just head back over to the mining shortcut over here. And I don't know why my character is being a derp and running over there, but just climb down. All of these are two ways. These essence mining shortcuts, these are two ways, and then you just run back and start mining essence. So it's very easy. This shortcut here is it's one way. That's the Blood Altar shortcut. So you just come back here and you start mining. Mining level does not affect the speed at which you mine. It's about 5 seconds to 5.5 seconds per essence that you mine, which means from 90 to 99 I need to spend 113 hours just mining these essence. That does not include the time that it takes to run up to convert them and then crush them and do all the other stuff. So it does take some time, but since you use 1 sip of stamina every run, every 2 inventories of Dark Essence that you make, it's fairly nice. You want to wear full graceful because the graceful set effect is if you're standing still or you're walking, you regen run energy fairly quicker. And stamina potions definitely needed because your run energy drains significantly slower. So this is just for souls. It's 4 runes per 1 essence block. It's very, very slow runes per hour, though. I would not be saying that soul rune prices are going to crash. So far, I've done 760 off of 1 stamina potion, and that's quite a lot if you really look at it. But since I'm doing 2 stamina potions, that's only about, I think that's 15-20. I only got like 4 hours of sleep, so this is kind of a bit annoying right now. But basically, this is a fairly decent runecrafting XP. So I should be able to get 91 today, and then I'll be able to do double natures, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that. I'm probably just going to sit here till 99, to be honest. I might make a new account to play on. I don't know if you guys want to see me do a new Iron Man and like do a 1 month challenge, see what I can knock out in a month of basically 1 month of an Iron Man, or maybe an Ultimate Iron Man, or some other challenge. But this is really AFK, and going from having to pay attention literally every second of the day to pretty much just fucking cannonballing for free, it's very tedious because I'm so used to the grind, and this is really AFK. It's kind of annoying to that sense. If you like AFK stuff, this is definitely for you if you have 77 runecrafting or even 90. But if you don't like AFK stuff, this is probably not the best for you. The library exchanging books for XP, and I accidentally went to the wrong area, but the library exchanging books for XP seems like it's a lot more XP per hour than this. On average, because it took my friend less than an hour, it took him less than an hour to get 100% favor. You get 1.5% favor per book. So 100 divided by 1.5 is 66.6. So we'll just say it took him 66. Even then, it's a genie lamp for runecrafting. He was level 90, so he got 900 XP per book. So 66 books times 900, that's 59.4k runecrafting XP in 1 hour. So we're going to be testing that method out to see if that is better runecrafting XP per hour, because the less AFK method, that gives you more XP per hour. And if you're doing it with a group of people that aren't completely morons, and I will say this, complete morons, because I can pretty much see that if doing books is a more viable method of runecrafting, well, for XP at higher levels, there's going to be people that sit in a clan chat and that they're like spamming, where's this book, where's this book, where's this book, and they're not going to bother scrolling up to read. It's just going to be a spam of where's this book, and it's going to be annoying. So if you're with a group of people that you know, we are all posting screenshots in TeamSpeak right now, and basically it worked out perfectly because we were all on the same world. Now the books, they do reset every hour. Originally I had about 10 minutes of clips recorded of me finding where all the books were, and I was going to upload that so you guys would have an easier time, but then an hour passed and the books all changed. So unfortunately I'm not able to do that. There is a guy at the top of the tower. If I do decide to make a another video about the book method, if it is better XP, then I'll go over everything and kind of show you guys the tips and tricks. But this is pretty self-explanatory. You don't really need any guide for this. I just figured I would make a little update video because I said that I would. The Lovakenji, I think that's how you say it, the mining area, apparently you need to wait like a day before you can even start doing that, because you need to get resources from another house, and it's annoying. If you have 100% in a house, you can't gain any favor in another house. Like if I were to try to do the Shazian, I think that's what it's called, the combat area, I would have to give up favor within the Arceus. And since you need 100% favor, and actually I'll just show you guys, you need 100% favor for the Dark Essence, Blood Runes, and Soul Runes, 60% for the Spellbook, so you don't exactly need to have Arceus maxed out if you only want the Spellbook, but the Spellbook is just a reanimation. You do have to read a book that you find in the library to unlock the Teleport to Crashendo spell, which is level 69 magic. I'm showing it right now on screen if you're just listening. So that's pretty much that. There's not really that much else to really talk about, but I'm just going to continue rambling on here about my thoughts on Zeah, even though some of you might not really care. Basically, I like this update. It is very well structured in my opinion. The fact that you have to choose one house that you really want and you have to go for the rewards is very nice. Originally, I was having a few friends do some other houses. I had Sig kill the lizard men, and he said that they drop seeds fairly common, especially Renars, and they drop up to Torstals. So there's also unique drops that they drop, but I don't know anything about that, so I'll have to go there on another account or have someone else go there and talk to them about it. I have an Ultimate Iron Man friend who is currently getting the armor sets from the house, and I can actually probably pull up a picture for you guys if you guys want to see that real quick. You guys have probably already seen this by now, but if you haven't, okay, I did not click that, but okay. If you haven't seen it yet, let me just, literally, I can't move this over to my other monitor. There you go. That's what it looks like, the last tier of the armor set for the melee house. So if you guys like that, you get that from the melee house. If you guys don't like it, then you don't need to worry about it because it only requires like 20 defense to wear. I think it's purely just cosmetic. And then the armor that you can make with the new ores is like mithril armor, from what I've heard, so it's not really the best. And the farming, apparently you can get an unlimited watering can, so like it never runs out of water, which is pretty cool. You got that from, I think it was the Fairy Tale Part 3 quest line in RS, pre-EOC. So it was very nice that they brought that back. I thought it was interesting, and apparently you can get super compost and some other stuff. Zilly was doing that, but he dipped out on it, got selfish, rip. So I'll have to go there on my own sometime and do that to see what the XP rates and everything are, or maybe someone else will release them. But that is everything that I know so far. And then apparently the Piscarilius house is bugged, so thank God I didn't go there right away, right? But the Arceus house, very... it seems like everything's fairly empty. And when I say that, I don't mean it like there's nothing to do. It just seems like all the houses that they have, there's a bank, there's a general store, and there's a pub, and then there's an altar there. But everything else, it just seems like it's very empty everywhere else, as if there's really no reason to do anything. So the library, if you actually read some of the information, I was reading some of the books, it does talk about some of the lore, oh my god, the lore on Zeah. So if you're interested in that, you can give some of the books a read. And also, some of the books / scrolls that you have to get are like this from, it talks about like the Hesidius house, which is the farming house, and it tells you about information between the two houses, like I guess what happened, why they don't trust each other, etc. So if you're into the whole entire lore thing, go ahead, give the library a read. The books are fairly short, they're like 6 pages, or the scrolls are like 20 lines or so. So if you enjoy that, go for it. I don't know where you unlock the new spellbook. I think you unlock it at the Tower of Magic. I've not been there yet because I'm not really concerned with the spellbook. I can actually show you guys the spellbook here, the Arceus spells. So basically, it's just reanimates things. When you kill monsters, you can get a head or something like that, and basically you reanimate it. So it there's like no necromancy yet, I don't think, or whatever it's called, but it's pretty cool. And then there's some new armors that come with it that are really like bad as far as like gear goes. You're much better off using Mystic or even Arams. So yeah, not really that interesting on that stuff. So there's not really that much else to talk about as far as Zeah is concerned. Of course, I've only been in the Arceus area. I haven't really done anything. To get to Zeah, if you're new, I know this is really, really late in the video, but if you haven't figured out how to get to Zeah yet, you take a dock from Port Sarim, which is over by the charter ships. So a quick way to get there, if you're just trying to get there and you don't know how, you can use the pest control teleport or pest control teleport scrolls, or you can take a charter ship there, or you can just walk there from Drainer Village. Very easy to get there. I don't know what the guy's name is, but you should be able to find him. He looks kind of like the wise old man, not the one in Drainer, but the NPC random. So that's that. Zeah is really huge. In all respects, they did a really decent job, in my opinion, so far, with the way that everything looks and just the way that everything is laid out. This whole entire section is very big. You wouldn't think it, but it's actually really huge. So I honestly have to give my props to the content developers. Definitely props to people that programmed everything in here, and then the developers for creating models and everything. Alfred and Ghost, I think it is. And for if it's only those two that are creating the models, I don't know exactly who does the landscaping. It might be them, but whoever did everything here, 10 out of 10. This is really amazing. I actually really enjoy this. So honestly, I think if you guys haven't tried this out yet, I think you guys would like it. Whether or not you're into the whole entire rune crafting, or if you're into the mining thing, I think you would definitely like Zeah. It seems like a place where you can just pretty much enjoy being here. Of course, if you're doing the rune crafting, you're going to have to bank at Edgeville or some other place that's really close to banking, and then you're going to have to take a fairy ring. Otherwise, your XP rates are going to be significantly lower. Like I said, you have to pay some guy, buy the fairy ring on Zeah, 80,000 coins, and he will unlock the fairy ring, and you can teleport to it. The fairy ring code is CIS, and that is it's near the northern part of the map. I'm looking at the map right now. I would link it in the description, but personally, I was sitting on TeamSpeak the other day, and one of the people in TeamSpeak linked it, and I was personally sketched out because of how the link looked. So if you want it, you can always check Twitter, or they might just have it on the Runescape website underneath the Zeah update. So I'm going to stop rambling here because my voice is starting to hurt. I got like 5 hours of sleep, but I'm going to go ahead and do this until I get a level today, because this is, like I said, really AFK. It's really laid back. This is definitely a nice change of pace from having to constantly try and save ticks while lava rune crafting. Not much of a grind, though. Definitely, if you're looking for an easy way to do rune crafting, this is it. You need 77 to start, but if you have 77, this is like best RCXP if you don't want to do lavas. Very, very, very easy. And you can even profit because blood runes are worth money and soul runes are worth money. So that's all I have for you guys right now. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do the book method later on when my friends get home from work and everything, and they need to get their 100% favor in the Arceus house. So if it turns out that that method is better for rune crafting, I'll probably switch over to that, but I will be recording that most likely later on, just so you guys can get a feel of what you want to do, because the book method, in my opinion, wasn't too bad. It was actually very fun, and this method is really AFK. So like if you needed to do homework or study, or you needed to eat or whatever, you were just trying to AFK, work on something else, this method of rune crafting is definitely probably something that you want to look forward to. So of course, people already did the calculations, and the XP that you get from 90 to 99, I don't know anything else, but the XP that you get from 90 to 99 is about 1.3 mil crafting XP, and I think it's 1 mil mining, something like that. I actually have it here, yeah. 1.3 mil crafting and 1 mil mining from 90 to 99 RC. It's about 87,000 dense essence that you have to mine. It takes 113 hours. I already said this at the beginning, but just trying to wrap up statistics here. So overall, it does save quite a bit of time on rune crafting. Of course, I'll be 5.5 mil XP soon, so we'll say that get 500k, we're at 6, then we need another 4 mil, and then 3 mil, so that's 7.5 mil XP at about 50k XP per hour. So let me just do this math real quick. I should be able to do this in my head, but I'm just too tired to do this. So divide that by 50k. Should only take 150 hours of this. So 150 hours, if I play 10 hours a day, I know that sounds like a lot, but this is literally AFK. I could do anything that I wanted. I literally took a laundry downstairs to put in the washer and made it back before I was done filling an inventory with dense essence blocks. So 150 hours, I should be able to do it in 15 days, which will be very nice. I might take a bit longer to do it just because now that I'm not grinding and I don't feel the need to be forced to grind, I probably will start doing some other things. Like I said though, if you guys want me to make a new account, just do like a challenge while I'm doing this mining of the essence and doing rune crafting, I'll definitely look into it. I do have a main, but my main's literally flat broke, so I can't do anything on there. And I don't know if my viewer base is more Iron Man or main, so if you guys want to see something unique, just let me know in the comments below. I do not mind playing another account while I'm doing this because, like I said, this is literally as AFK as you could ever get. And the reason why, and I figured I would point this out right now before I end this episode, the reason why I'm doing souls is because I still need to do a bunch of sire because I want to get the pet as well as the jar of miasma, a dagger, and the full bludgeon. And you use soul runes up there like there's no tomorrow. I already have like 30,000 or 40,000 bloods, and I still need to do quite a bit of barrows. So I'm not really worried about the bloods or the deaths that I'll be using for just ancient magics in general. But the soul runes definitely do stack up. When I finish getting 99 rune crafting, I should have around 300,000 soul runes just from this, which will be very nice. It'll probably be closer to like 320k, but definitely very, very nice total. So if we're just going off of what soul runes are worth right now, I guess I'll throw this calculation in, 337. I'm guessing they're probably going to crash down to about 280 because they shouldn't crash that far, because a lot of people, they won't do this because if the book method is better XP, then people will probably do that. Just saying. So 280 times 320,000, pretty sure that's 320,000, yeah. That's 89.6 mil, so close to 90 mil that you would be able to profit off of 90 to 99 RC just doing this, and it's really AFK. So for some people that might seem like it's not enough from rune crafting, especially since in some cases you can get like 300 mil. I think it's like doing nature runes to 99, so it's a decent amount of money if you're a main. If you're an Iron Man, it doesn't really matter, but you do get a lifetime's worth of soul runes. Personally, for me, I think I've said this in a video, maybe I might not have. I remember saying I was going to make kind of an update video on my goals and everything, but I do plan on going for a couple 200 mils after I max, one of them being thieving, but one of them also being magic. And Zeah was pretty much my gateway to 200 mil magic because of the essence that I was going to get from Zulrah, but since we don't really need to do that much Zulrah anymore, because the only thing that I need from Zulrah is seeds for farming, so only have to worry about that from Zulrah. But anyways, the goal right now, I might add 200 mil rune crafting to the list because of how AFK this is. 200 mil rune crafting, you're assuming 20 hours equals 1 mil XP. That means for 200 mil, it would take about, I think that equates, oh my god, I'm really going to sound stupid here. I think it's 4,000 hours for 200 mil XP. Correct me if I'm wrong, probably am, but 4,000 hours, assuming that I get to play at least 8 hours a day, 4,000 divided by 8, that's 500 days. That's a bit over a year and a half. So, doable, but right now it's not a realistic goal. It's just something that I'll set on the back burner. This literally makes 200 mil rune crafting a possibility, but I'll have to look more into that if I'm really into doing that, and then some other stuff. So with that, I will end the video here. I hope you guys didn't mind this 27 minute video of me basically doing rune crafting. I hope the information that you receive in this video is useful to you guys. If it's not, I'm sorry, but this is day of release. Zeah probably about like 4 hours in right now, so really hope this helps you guys, and I'll see you guys later on today with the book method to see how much XP per hour that is. Even if it's not better XP per hour, I'll still upload a video about it because you guys might not like the AFK method that this is. So I'll see you guys later on today with another video of the book method.